You know, Illinois and big bucks go together like biscuits and gravy, like Batman and Robin. Eggs and bacon, pork and beans. You getting the picture yet, or you need some more? They've got everything they need for growing big bucks. The whole state is basically covered in deer food at 75% soybeans and corn. And just like our good friends at Antler King taught us, the healthier your deer herd and the healthier your bucks, the bigger rack they're gonna grow. It's science.
Looking forward to it, man. Heading up here and the rut's kicking, so hopefully we can get it done.
Illinois has been really good to me. I've been hunting Illinois about 5 or 6 years, and although I hadn't got a shot at a booner yet, there's so many good Pope and Young bucks running around Illinois. Big deer aren't always the first ones to walk out.
Big old 9-pointer, baby. This buck right here, we've seen 3 bucks like this. We've seen a 170 plus deer.
Illinois is a lot like trigonometry for me. I have a hard time passing.
Yeah, we gonna roll tonight. We gonna get the feeling right. We gonna keep this party rocking till it breaks.
What a deer. Good main beams.
We gonna roll all night. We gonna get the feeling right. We gonna keep this party rocking till the break of dawn. Yeah. I can feel it.
There's huge deer running around out here, and I'm happy with it. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Well, this week I'll be in Eastern Illinois at Backwoods Outfitters with Trey Teague and awesome Johnny Davis.
Here we are, Backwoods Outfitters, Illinois.
Another good spot in Illinois, my buddy Stephen Cowcut is hunting at West Central Outfitters.
We've been there for the past 4 years now. I've had some good luck, good success.
We all hang with us because I can almost promise you between the South Carolina boy and the Virginia boy, something's gonna get shot.
Josh just sent me a text message, told me to kill things.
Thing was snotting on my decoy, Johnny. What was I supposed to do?
You have to administer justice when that happens. I'm Johnny Davis, and I'm awesome.
I met Trey Teague and Johnny Davis at Backwoods Outfitters at the ATA show while we were hanging out with the Buck Commander guys. They basically begged me to come out there and hunt with them.
The guys from Buck Commander told me, whatever you do, don't let Kip Campbell in camp. They said your management program would come in one ear and go out the other.
No comment.
So I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so I just went ahead and figured I'd give it a shot.
Sit over there and be quiet. Hope I don't notice.
I was really excited to get out there, especially after meeting Trey and Johnny. They've got 2 different personalities, completely different senses of humor. Trey's real quiet and dry, and Johnny's just Johnny.
So if you see Trey carrying around my suitcase or ironing my clothes, it's not because I've asked him to do that. It's because I know how to establish a pecking.
The Buck Commander boys had been hunting out at Backwoods for a couple seasons, and they had got some giant deer on video. I knew if my boy Tombo was saying it was a good spot that he wouldn't steer me wrong, man.
Oh, big buck, big buck. Just a kick in the crotch. Right in the marbles. That hurts.
What's up, big man? How are you? You all right?
Good.
Good, man.
What's going on? How was the drive?
Wasn't bad.
We rolled into camp late that night, broke the Hoyt out, and by the light of the Ram pickup truck, I made sure she made the trip, was still dialed in, and we settled in for the night with visions of flopping deer dancing in our heads.
Well, it's our first morning here in the backwoods of Illinois. Prediction for today, 46 degrees, 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, mostly clear with chance of double lung shuffle. Hopefully sooner than later. Day 1, Illinois.
Well, on the first sit, Trey put us in the prettiest Antler King trophy clover plot you've ever seen in your life. But it turns out we weren't the only one hunting that particular clover plot.
You just got him in the mouth.
I basically got two options here. I can sit and hope this coyote leaves and wait for a big buck, or
He heard the call, I think, just now. I don't know if he's coming to it, but he's coming. It's gonna be hard to make a 60-yard shot in this wind, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. All right, I guess we'll try him in a high wind. Missed him just to the right, didn't I? He's back. Missed him just to the right. I'll aim a little bit left, that wind. All right, ready? Did I hit him? Huh? He's toting it like a champ. Missed him in the first shot. It was a high gust wind, but the second shot it laid out a little bit. Well, that was fun. That was cool, man. On that first shot, I held it right where his neck met his head, and I figured it'd drop in there to his shoulder. But I had 15-mile-an-hour wind. That second one, I think I hit him right somewhere in the middle of the body, didn't I?
I heard a smack, and it looked like I absolutely heart shot this coyote at 67 yards. He was actually running off kind of squirrely too.
I may have hit a little bit low, but I think he's dead. Whatever he is, he's a darn coyote, and he deserved to get shot. It's a 67-yard coyote shot. Look at those things. Well, it looks like the coyote we thought I smoked, I just shot right underneath him.
Even in slow motion replay, we watched it, and we thought I heart shot it.
Daggone it, I thought I killed him, man. I was all excited. 65-plus yard coyote shot. Oh well. I hate a coyote. That's the first little deer of the evening right there. Might come on down in here. We're sitting on a food plot on this little creek bottom. And Trey said this is the spot. It's been pretty smoking. A lot of good bucks in it. You can see that little tree right there. They destroyed that little bush. Made 2, 3, 4 scrapes around it. So we were hoping to find a lovesick, ready to fight kind of buck that wants to come in here and make a scrape tonight, because that's 15 yards. Needless to say, that's in the wheelhouse. We got this little button buck or whatever he is coming in here. So it's fixing to go down.
I hope for his sake that his nose is broken and he can't smell that that's another male deer.
I know the times change, but why do you let go of your dreams? I don't want to leave me alone.
This must be Brokeback, Illinois outfitters. See, my opinion is one lip girl. Okay, honest mistake. You might have thought it was a girl. 3 lip girls and continuing to chase him around the field. I don't know, man. See, I would have already pawed him in the face twice.
No means no, dude.
Leave me alone. Come on down. You think you're better.
That might just wrap it up for day 1. We had a 1.5-year-old buck come court a button buck, which you hate to see that. We had a 2-year-old buck come in behind us, and that was pretty cool. We still got a couple minutes of light. We'll see what happens, but day 1, pretty good.
There was something magical about that night because 3 clients killed absolute hammers within 30 minutes of each other. One of them was on the same farm we were hunting, and we got to help drag it out. Then the other deer were 2 giant 8-pointers that both scored over 150 inches, which for an 8-pointer, that's huge, man.
Blood, baby. That's what we like.
The action on the east side of Illinois for us is heating up for sure. And back on the west side of Illinois, old Stephen Calcutt and Heath Brown are having some pretty good luck too. But then this happened.
He ended up getting up and milling around a little bit, and the doe was going to take him another way. I had to take my shot.
You know, it's hard to tell from the footage because Cut's friend filming him jumped a little bit, but turns out Cut hit a limb and shot right over this deer's back.
He didn't really know what happened. He kind of just bounded off and walked off.
You know, it's always important on a miss like this to go back to camp and take a couple shots at the target to make sure your bow's still on. But then again, sometimes the target just strolls right up to you at 20 yards.
After my miss today, I had to release a little bit of frustration. I know it wasn't a bow. It was the Indian, not the arrow.
As you can tell, conditions are less than ideal right now in Illinois. It is pouring down rain, been pouring down rain all day, so Trey said this is just a great big cut cornfield that they've been seeing 1 stud and then 2 really good 8-pointers. Since we're in such a big field and we're bow hunting, we stuck a decoy out there and we're trying to get the blind situated. I've got, you know, I've had to tie it down because where was it? Straight out. Oh, yeah.
Get back this way. He's smoking. He's not gonna make it out of the field. He won't took that any more than that. I hit him perfect. Josh, Bartle, my man, son. Hey, look here. It's day 2. And if you have noticed the telltale adrenaline handshake, we have just put an arrow through a good one. He's dead in the field. He came into the freaking decoy. I'm so shook up I can't talk. And I smoked his butt, son. He's a good deer, man. Trey's got some bigger deer on his property, but I don't care about those because that one right there is going back to Virginia, baby. Get you some of that decoy. That's my aunt and my granddad and my 2 kids. Silly, all over killing a deer. Isn't that funny? I like picking them up and looking like that. That's what they're supposed to look like. The old rage hypodermic. When you come into my decoy spread and you act like that, you get shot, son. Me and Josh had a heck of an encounter with this dude. He came in, man, act like he was gonna beat up my decoy. They've killed some 160 8-pointers this week. Giant 9-pointer, pretty good 10-pointer last night. You know, if you're patient, you want to be a trophy hunter out here, you can do it, but this dude right here is a trophy to me. He's got that cool little crab claw G2.
Ready. 1, 2, I'm off.
1, 2, I'm off.
Got to give a big thanks to Joey Cobb out at West Central Outfitters for taking care of my boys Heath and Cut all these years. I also got to thank our boys at Backwoods Outfitters, Trey Teague and awesome Johnny Davis, man. We had a blast. The food, the accommodations, the lodging. We will definitely be back next year. And I'll try to do you proud this year, Trey.
That's weird.
I didn't shoot that 8-point.
I don't see the 8-point.
I had to have one on the wall to show what not to shoot.
Well, I had to have one for my house. So.
Yeah, he needed to not shoot wall too.
All right.